Okay, so 20 years of single molecule detection, WE. You've always played an essential role in this area. So what was maybe the most striking moment for you in this long history? Could you tell something about that?
Yes, sure. You know, long ago when we were looking at single molecules at low temperatures, even more than 20 years ago, it was particularly amazing to see single molecules appearing at a particular frequency. It's sort of like a bell that sounds like with a particular sound, a particular tone, but the molecules all of a sudden started changing to different frequencies, different tones, where they have their individual characters moving around in frequency space. And this business of an individual character is what's so exciting really about single molecule experiments, that it's different from the ensemble average. So what do I mean by ensemble average? I mean, that's always, I've even got this silly little thing on here. It says no ensemble averaging, right? Single molecule spectroscopy, no ensemble averaging. Why do we say that? You know, what's interesting about it? Well, if you think about it, in common experience, suppose you thought about what is the average house? What is the average in the world? What is the average house? You can compute some average, averaging over small huts or to larger places and all over the world. You get some average. And if you just have the average, then you'd just have a number, size, it has one size and whatever. But in fact, when you look at the individuals, they're all different. They have different types and sizes. And that's really what we're doing with these molecules. The molecules may have the same structure, but when you look at them closely, they behave differently. Each molecule has its different behavior. That is, it'll either be changing as a function of time, or it'll have a different spectrum, a different color. They have individual behaviors, and so the whole field is so exciting because people are looking at those individuals and looking at how they're different from one another, even though they're assumed to be the same. This is coming from, interesting environments, like the environments in a cell, complex environments. And that's one of the reasons that this is particularly exciting. You can think of this like, in many ways, they're like individuals marching to a different drummer. Different people march to different drummers. That's a common idiom in some parts of the world. That's one way to think about it. Or you can think about it, if you had only a picture of a whole football stadium, you would see an average color. You would see that, you have all of the colors for the different teams all mixed up, and so you'd only see the average. But if you can go person by person, you see the colors, and so forth of different teams. And so that's why the whole field is so excited about looking at individuals to see how they truly behave. You can learn a lot more about the fundamental operations of processes inside cells, inside proteins, inside DNA, if you can watch them one by one.
Okay. Well, that was a really nice explanation, I think, on single molecules. So thank you very much for the interview, this very short interview.
Pleasure.